here. Let's get this thing started. Now, first we gotta do is set up the monster base. I know it's a very sexy map, but you can't come on it. Alright? We ain't getting no video coming here. Alright, starting out, we're gonna start with the most useless monster in the deck, but he trolls because he exists to be used. We're talking about Gusto Condor. His whole point is laughing in the face of everyone because he can't actually do shit. His whole purpose in existence is to troll upon you already beating your opponent's face in. Alright? Example. What you get is, you get the main synchro right here. You get this chick on the field, you might as well just come in your opponent's face and say, bitch, you done. Alright? It is set. What you do is, get her out on the field. She's just like, oh, you got all these big monsters. Thank you. Bring out him, punch anything. Just, boom. Say, oh, you managed to kill him? Oh, you just took how much from 1,000? Just took 1,000 from your life points right now, bitch. Get out of my face. No, you can't exist. Sorry. Alright, next we got the tag team, our little wolf boy over here. Gusto Thunderbolt, Soul Raven. He is like one of the best searchers we have because not only can he get that hit in, plus if you manage to get him to die, it's like, oh hey, I just collided with an opponent because I'm a 1500 beater. Oh, get broken shit out. Oh, just in the face.
Also, 1500.
And it's like, oh, level 4? Perfect sequence for prime material cross-up.
Shall we see the other animals?
Alright, now moving into the second one. We don't need them. Next, we got the squirrel. Squirrel Boy's main thing is, hey, you got me a field spell? Time to jizz. Let's see here. His main effect is that when he is blown up through an effect, because he can be, you get to special summon a level 5 or higher Gusto monster from your deck because it wouldn't be broken enough if it wasn't level 5 or higher. And then you add in Shrine of Mist Valley, a nice little tech card with this thing because it's just like, oh, I need 2 monsters out. Blow this thing up through effect. Jizz.
Instantly get 2 monsters, folks.
Cross block. Power to the people.
Very well then.
Next, we got our little Bambi here, which is Gusto Falco.
Another birdie, everybody.
Right. Main purpose of this bird is that when his master comes out, which is Kami at the Hope, which is always run these 2 at the exact same number. Never have one greater than the other, because you'll be like, why the hell do I have this card now when I don't have the other one? Because the whole point of Kami and Hope, right? When it gets, you set this thing face down instantaneously. That's the only thing you're going to do with this thing. It gets flipped up. Oh, it's supposed to come in Gusto.
Gusto Tuner.
Gusto Falcon says, oh, I'm going to get sent off from the field. Special summon. As in, as long as he's not punched in the face. Oh, hey, Synchro for 4. Bring out Beater Troll level 2. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm hurting people here. Get a free monster for it. Flexing up the ass. Kami guarantees that if you feel like stalling, you already have yourself set up. Like, oh, unless you're going to start randomly popping everything I got, come again later, folks. Come again. Because I'm about to come in your face. Next, we got Eagle. He's our nice play. If we feel like being nice to people, he's guaranteed here. His main purpose is to make Reese, our little, what's that card called? Switch up? Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Here is.
Oh, no, not that. Spell card. It's like, oh, you want your opponent's monster? I do this for free.
Free brain control.
And Windar, our little sage of kicking your ass, come out and make most of them. They are the intro into the top synchros that you're going to be using, which is Breeze, our goddess, right here, the Ode of Destruction to your opponent, and Eagle, whose main purpose is, I'm big, but I could be bigger. Whiz popping. It's like, oh, I already won. Let me just start, bouncing shit. You don't need to benefit this deck. But like, you know what? I'm going to because I can.
Getting rid of that all extra stuff, definitely.
Jizzing up the ass.
Gotta get rid of
Power
some of
is
the
annoying.
Alrighty then.
Bull's main ability. When he is destroyed by battle, which is the point of stalling with him, this is a very stall-heavy deck, but with so much... He gets destroyed, bring out a level 4 or lower non-tuner gusto monster from your deck, which is always good, always. Next, our profit.
Definitely.
3, indefinitely. Because he just says, when I am sent from the field, give me a level 2 or lower gusto monster from my deck, because. So, synchro, destruction, popping, everything. Oh, it's like, oh, let me just remove him from the field. I don't give a fuck. Give me one card. Next. Oh, Lady of Hope. Yeah, I had to get the sexy cards.
Lady of Hope right there.
Get our sexy cards.
That is
And
canon.
Divinity of the Gustos. Those hits are actual size, folks. Yeah, I know. They just do. The whole purpose of it, like, oh, with this deck, because of how it stalls, you're going to have tons of monsters in the graveyard, right? So the purpose of her is, hey, I got all this stuff, let me just put it back in my deck to use again, and draw a card for it.
Caravan of the Ice Barrier, definitely.
But with it.
With tits.
Next, we have Musto, our Oracle of the Gusto, because they couldn't rhyme enough in this deck. Basically, he allows you to, once again, cycle your graveyard because you need to instantly make a monster lose its effect until the end phase. And he's an 18 beater. So it's like, oh, that's a nice little broken monster there. Let me just get rid of its effect and punch it in the nuts. But I hope you don't mind.
Nice field spell, too.
Care. Next. Once again, I'm bringing out Windar, our Sage of Destruction. Look at that. So good, has a sight that he plays like a flute, because he can. 2,000 beater, 1,000 defender. Simple effect, because he doesn't need to. Just when he destroys something, it's like, oh, target one level 3 or lower gusto monster in your graveyard, special summon it and face up defense.
All those little birdies, folks.
Just gain that instant synchro because you feel like it. Always perfect, always perfect. Only necessary at 1, but if you could, you would run more. Next, we have Windar, our little priestess. She's so friendly. She always likes bringing other people out to kill everyone. Perfect. Just says when
Favorite Gusto
card,
you too.
you can special summon one Gusto tuner from your deck. It don't matter what level. Just like, you know, let me bring a bird out. Have them have some fun, bring out another monster, bring in the destruction. And last but not least, for the monster count, we got 2 Reeves, roll one of the Gustos. Favorite ability? Give me your monster. No, seriously, give me your monster.
Free brain control.
All you have to do is like switch up one of your little Bambies up. But hey, guess what? The prime point of her is to have her synchro out. It just says, oh, you got something worth killing? Let me just do that for you. Oh, it's weaker?
Trees.
Give me that life. Let me just burn you right now, because I say so.
Lightning?
Life burn. Taking away those life points. Could always take that into consideration.
Next, we got the spell count. As you know, this is definitely a stall deck. You need to save that time because you are too set up to run. So you gotta get those big cards off. First, we got 1 burden. Most people will run that 3, but I feel like being nice. Yeah. This says your each all your opponent's face-up monsters, right? Lose 100 attack equal to its own level because they just need to take that much. They need to be weaker. You can't have them be bigger. Oh yeah, anti-dragon right here.
Oh, yeah.
Prime spell.
Use that on 5-headed.
Next, we have 3 contacts with the Gustos because we know that we have to make those phone calls of destruction. Alright? It just says target 2 Gusto monsters in your graveyard and 1 card your opponent controls. Oh, what are we going to do with here? Oh, we're going to blow it up And we're going to add those 2 cards back to our deck nice and safe where they belong. Because, you know, it just has to be that shiny. Hope you can see this.
Major recycling, folks.
Next, we got 1 thing.
1?
Because guess what? If we had 2 or more, it would be too broken. And besides, we want their monsters bigger so that when you slide into them, they take even more damage. We love to stomping on the nuts. Next, we got 1 Swords of Revealing Light. Sure, I could use more, but people can blow this up. 1 issue of the Sexiness, which is a ultra rare here. Look at this.
Big glare.
Is enough. Just 1. Because it makes it so much easier when you tag team the set. A traffic control. It just says, oh, hey, you like spamming monsters. Nice. Let me just sit here and look at them because they ain't going to be attacking anytime soon. 3 or more, they're done. Can't declare attacks at all. Nice seeing you. Next, Smashing Ground. Because you just got to punch someone in the face.
Great card, everybody.
Necessary. It's like, oh, I bet all of you are thinking like, hey, maybe the next card must be 3 MSTs, right? Right? Fuck no, we got 1. I don't need to worry about your back row. It ain't going to be doing anything to me.
That's why you got a prideful one here, folks.
Right? That's what I need you to do. I'll let you attack me. How about that? Enjoy it. You ain't getting anything done. 1 day apiece, because you always have to have some form of draw power in the deck. And even though Calm gives you it up the butt load, you know, sometimes you want to have it for free. And then our tribute to slapping Scrap Dragon in the face. Book of Moon. It's like, oh, that's a nice little scrap.
Chain to it summon, folks.
Always nice to say, oh, you're not doing anything anytime soon.
What's over there?
And then
Field spell.
Field spell. Sexiness Incarnate. It's the most lazy of the cards, but who cares? It's just like, oh, you're going to pop something special. Oh, you popped a wind monster? Get a better special? All level 3s or lower from your deck, easily accessible because your opponent got top happy. Like, oh, let me just Dark Hole. 1 for each. Thank
That's
you.
not the Dark Hole results, right?
Yep.
That means they have board presence.
Now, for the trap. Because you never want to go in too nice, you know. You can only pop them so much. First, we got I need to know basic. Goes and match. You got all these wind monsters, you might as well flush off of them. It's just like, oh hey, that's a nice dragon deck. That's a nice samurai. Too bad you can only have 1 out now, because they're all different attributes, motherfucker.
Funny thing is, it has samurais on it.
The Grandmaster ain't enough for board presence.
Next, we got Blessing for Gusto.
That's right, he runs 3, everybody. Not 2, not 1, 3.
It's necessary. It's the only way to be nice to people. Because you can never have that secret out too many times. It just says, I'm going to smack Call of the Haunted in the face. Because it's better. Its effect is, target 2 Gusto monsters in your graveyard and a 3rd. Don't know why it says it that way, but it makes sense apparently. Shuffle the first 2 into your deck, and then switch from the 3rd one.
So it's basically definitely mini Call of the Haunted with a mini Pot of Avarice put into 1 card.
Next, we got 1 Fiendish Chain.
Great
I
card.
don't like dealing with the meta, but hey, you know, gotta have something from there in it. Everyone knows what this does. It just says, oh, second monster, have fun.
It's a normal monster now.
Just love staring at it. Next, we got 1 Mirror Force. I could run 3. I could run 4.
He's traditional.
Traditional, only way to do it. But you know what? I'm gonna do 1. Because that way when I laugh at people in tournaments, it's because they just wasted a whole bunch of shit on something I don't need. We got the last 3 over here. Extra deck to come later. We got Whirlwind of the Gusto. Only card from this deck that you only need to have at 1. It says if you control no monsters, you can target 2 Gusto monsters in your graveyard and shuffle them back into your deck, and then select summon 1 Gusto monster with 1,000 or less defense from your deck. So, gain 1 monster you just put back in there for no reason. Next, Magic Cylinder, which is as known for making people smack themselves in the face, and a Draining Shield. Because, hey, why shouldn't I gain life? This is Insert Parody here, signing off.